I feel like there is this disconnect where people are driving airplanes like cars. They just want them to go where they want them to go. And they go back to their driving primacy, I guess, on some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's easier to do when you have less hours. Do you have any sort of perspective on just this idea that maybe people are driving planes more than flying them for some of these mishaps?
I've seen airplanes with cup holders. That's very automobile-like, right?
Yeah.
No, I think you're onto something. I think if you look back across many years, that every time there has been a new introduction in technology, there's been some lamenting about, are we losing more than we're gaining? We're gaining efficiency, but are we losing the art to fly the plane? Can we still fly the airplane? Can we still enjoy flying the airplane? Our fingers extend through all the cables and out to the ailerons, and we are not in the plane. We are the plane. Did we lose that kind of thing?
Do you think that there's a disassociative quality that technology brings into an aircraft that further mediates the experience of actual flight and the responsibilities therein versus the actualities of see and avoid? I mean, people forget that's also what you need to be doing in IFR flying is see and avoid.
Sure. I don't want to be coming across as anti-technology.
Of course.
I don't want to be some old fogey that says, get that autopilot off my lawn, you old.
No.
So it's a blend. It's using wisely is the thing. I remember I did a research project when automation in general aviation was first really coming out. We had a computerized cockpit. To me, it was really different. I trusted my life with all those round dials my whole flying career up to that point, and they never let me down. They never crashed. They never had to have a software update. They worked. I was tending to be on that side. But the students part of the research we did through a NASA research project was to let brand new pilots, people never flown before, let them fly these new computerized airplanes and just see what happened. In the early days, FAA thought there might need to be a new check ride to fly an automated airplane, or at least a sign off or an endorsement or something, right? And they were very worried about it. And then part of the project was to give them data on how to make that decision. What we realized was that the students, they were college age kids who flew these airplanes that were computerized. It was like nothing to them. They'd grown up their whole life with computers. It was just fascinating to watch. It was not a problem. I mean, they just took right to it.